Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Umineko. In this part of the video, we end up revisiting what happened 19 years ago and learn a pretty shocking insight. And if anything guys, to those that are in the know, well, you won't be surprised. But to those that don't know, well, I'm going to leave that for you guys to see for yourselves. So if anything else, I hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for the love and support. And here we go. Alright everyone, welcome back.
兄さんならお父様の書斎の引き出しからひょいと手に入れることなんて造作もない話だわ。
クラウス様とて容易に書斎には入れません。封筒を盗み出すなど難しいことかと。
開けてみようぜ。それから考えても遅くないはずだ。何か入ってるな。なんだろうな。
Rudolph opened the envelope a bit roughly. Then, a folded letter, and a glittering object fell out. It was a ring.
Eh?
When I hear that sound, hold on a second. No. What about... Okay, everyone is fine thus far. I don't know, usually when I hear that sound, I think something is... I'm supposed to check something, but alright.
ちょっと、その指輪。
Ava noticed it immediately and grabbed it.
これ、お父様の指輪よ。当主の指輪だわ。
なんやて？ほんまか？
間違いなくお父様の指輪なの？レプリカということは？これは本物よ。私はいつかこの指輪を自分の指に通してやるとずっと夢見てきたのよ。お父様が指にしてた時から私は誰よりもこの指輪のことをよく知ってるわ。これはお父様の指輪よ、間違いなく。どうしてここに？
じゃあやっぱりこの手紙はお父様が。
こりゃ差出人は親父じゃねえぞ。もっと面白い。
じゃあ誰からの手紙だってんだ？
後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ様からだぜ。
Rudolph showed everyone the part of the letter where that was written. It really did say that.
ベアトリーチェから？
なんて書いてあるの？
読むぞ。コングラッチュレーションズ。バトラ様が碑文の謎を見事に解かれ黄金鏡にたどり着きましたことを認めます。黄金はすべてバトラ様のものです。そして後ろ宮家の新しき当主もバトラ様です。その証として金蔵様よりお預かりしている当主の指輪をお送りします。どうぞバトラ様、指輪をされて新しい黄金の主となり、どうか後ろ宮家をお導きください。新しき当主のご活躍を心よりお祈りいたしております。なんてこった。親父が書斎から出てこねえもんだから森の魔女ベアトリーチェが直接バトラを認めてくれたわけだ。
That's one way to get the family to believe that he's still around.
バトラ君、この指輪はあなたが持つのよ。これは当主が身につけるべき特別な指輪。ベアトリーチェが何者か知らないけれど、彼女は一部始終を見届け、あなたが真の跡継ぎだと認めてこの指輪を送ったのよ。
いいんすか？こんな重要な指輪を。
ああ、いいんだ。誇らしげに指にはめるといい。いいか？ 兄貴や夏日さんが外せと言っても絶対に外すんじゃねえぞ。
With creepy smiles on their faces, all of the relatives urged Battler to put the ring on his finger. It looked like things would get pretty nasty if he refused, so Battler reluctantly decided to put it on the middle finger of his left hand. The ring was heavy and stiff. At that moment, Kraus returned. Genji came back as well immediately afterwards.
申し訳ないね。妻は具合が悪そうだったので先に休ませてもらった。何かあったのかね。なんだか諸君がひどく慌ただしいようだ。
バトラ様、それは。
Immediately, Genji keenly spotted the thing that Battler had just put on his finger.
さすが源氏さんや。お目が高い。これが誰の指輪かわかるようやな。
何の話だね。
From Kraus's questioning look, it was very difficult to imagine that he could have been the one who sent the letter there. Furthermore, his expression quickly changed into one of shock.
そうよ、後ろ宮家当主の指輪よ。
The family conference took up this new topic, and the storm came once again. Three hours? The rain was still pouring down as hard as ever. This weather was supposed to continue all day tomorrow as well, which was making me feel a bit depressed. Oh wait, given the time, that's today, not tomorrow. But that doesn't really matter now. I'm sleepy. With half-asleep eyes, I opened my umbrella. The large drops of rain pounded against it mercilessly. Technically, they had called an end to the family conference at 1 a.m., but the post-match scuffles were still dragging on. I was really jealous of Auntie Rosa, who managed to slip out of there at that time. She cleverly got away by saying that she'd check on Maria, who might have been staying up too late. Thanks to Dad constantly involving me, I missed my chance to escape. And they made me stick around now, at 3 a.m. What on earth did they spend all that time deciding? Nothing got decided at all. They just kept on arguing about who said what, like elementary school kids. They must be tired too. I'm sure that's why they keep dragging on with the same pointless questions. I no longer felt any shock or anger towards them. I guess no painkiller works better than drowsiness. I left them behind and finally returned to the guest house. When I returned to the guest house, the lights were on in the lounge downstairs. Not only that, I could even hear people chatting inside. Apparently, some people were still awake even at this time of night. Despite the late hour, Goda-san and Dr. Nanjo were still awake and chatting. Plates and cups were lined up on the counter, and it looked almost like a bar with Goda-san as the bartender. After noticing I'd come back, it looked as though Dr. Nanjo finally realized how late it was. As Goda-san made it to the top of his glass, he declined with an exaggerated gesture.
もう結構です。この時間では夜更かしのしすぎだ。
もうこんな時間とは。南條先生があまりにお話がお上手なもので、ついつい。
それを言ったらあんたの酒の魚のおかげだ。また別の機会に一杯やりましょう。
喜んで。バトラ様、お帰りなさいませ。まだ旦那様方の会議は続いておりますか？
あの調子でぐだぐだと明け方までやるんだろうぜ。知ったことじゃねえぜ。
I spoke carelessly with a big yawn.
皆さん、案外体力が終わりですね。
And this one is still awake.
びっくりです。
なんだ、お前までいたのか。
なんとなく流れでこちらでささやかな夜会が始まったもので混ぜてもらっていました。例のことは話してませんのでご安心を。
Erica could be seen on the sofa. She had taken her shoes off and was lounging around as though she owned the place.
エリカ様も本当にいろいろなお話をご存知で、とても楽しく聞かせていただきました。
あんたは本当に博識だ。若いのに大したもんだよ。
どういたしまして。フルドエリカはこの程度には博識ですので。
Erica posed by picking up the hem of her skirt. She was lounging on the sofa with her feet up, so it didn't look remotely elegant.
ローザおばさんは
午前の1時頃にお戻りになりましたが、すぐに上がられ、お休みになられました。
That was probably the right choice. She'd been going along with that conference for so long. I feel like flopping down in bed right away myself. I've had it. I'm tired enough that I might flop over right here.
さあ、私たちもこれくらいにしましょう。郷田さんも明日の朝食の準備で朝が早いのでしょう。
朝食の仕込みはすでに済んでおります。どうぞ明日の朝食も大いにご期待いただければ幸いです。
In Goda-san's eyes, the family conference is an open stage on which to display his culinary skills. He's probably so pumped up he won't even get sleepy. As she laughed at how youthful Goda-san was, Erica stood up. This acted as a sign that it was time to disperse.
お片付けはどうぞ皆様はお休みを。
Leaving the cleanup to Goda-san, I went to the bathroom and then climbed the stairs to the second floor.
それでは皆さんおやすみなさい。老骨にはちと夜更かしが過ぎましたな。
おやすみなさい、南條先生。おやすみなさい、バトラさん。
おう。おやすみ。
Then, in the upstairs hallway, we split up. Dr. Nanjo went to his own room. Erica went to hers. And I returned to the cousin's room. I couldn't hear any sounds of playing coming from the cousin's room. Could they have already gone to sleep? No surprise at this time of night. If they were still playing, they would have been staying up way too late. When I opened the door quietly, as expected, the room was already pitch black except for a small nightlight. Everyone was already sleeping in their beds. I bet they all had a great time horsing around. They probably had a ton of fun staying up late and talking about their youth. If only I hadn't found the goad. I could have had fun spending time with them. I'm already tired. So tired. Forgetting even to change my clothes or brush my teeth, I crawled into bed and immediately started to sink into the marshes of sleep. Today's been so insane. I wonder if that old bastard is still in that family conference now. How does he not get tired? Come to think of it, what was it that old bastard said when we parted company?
明日家族で重要な話がしたい。
Oh, I nearly forgot about that. He did mention this in I think the first episode.
お前に関わることだ。
I'm sure it's more stuff about being the successor. Or about him being adopted. I don't even want to hear about it.
こいつを話せば俺は殺されるだろうな。
Then it probably has to do with his lineage. I'll murder you whenever you want, you old bastard. And then, what was it he said next?
お前の生まれについての話で。
Oh, yeah. My birth? Probably just something about the noble Ushinomiya lineage. Not interested. Just let me sleep. The sound of the crashing waves, the sound of the tide surging, the noise of the sea breeze. Whenever my headache torments me, these are the sounds that fill my head. My inability to bear a successor placed me in a very difficult position within the Ushinomiya family. I tried every medication that was said to promote fertility, every incense or herb, but nothing I tried had any effect, until I was blessed with Jessica 18 years ago. I was ashamed to even call myself a wife.
子をなすのは二人の努力と天の気まぐれ。 そなたばかりが責められたのでは割が合わぬな。
何が原因で解任できなかったのかは今となっては分かりません。名医のもとにも通いました。屈辱的な検査も受けました。しかしいつも理由は分からないと言われるだけでした。
結婚から短くない時間を経て未だ子を宿せない。なるほどな。次期当主を密かに狙うエヴァが首をもたげぬわけもない。
Eva tried to convince father that I was a failure as a future head's wife. It was a time when Kinzo was also very disappointed in my husband's repeated business failures. On the other hand, Eva's husband Hideyoshi's business was growing well, completely the opposite of my husband's business. He was the only person who could bring father good news. In that case, perhaps there could be no blame placed on father if he decided to lend an ear to Eva's words, or even accept them without question. It was all my fault because I couldn't bear a child.
そなたに罪などない。この国の赤ん坊はコウノトリが運んでくるのであろうが、裁かれるならそれはコウノトリになるのが道理というものよ。
ありがとう。しかしいくら当時はまだご健康とはいえ、すでにご高齢の当主様が早く孫の顔を見たいと思われていたことは想像に難くありません。
知るか。孫が欲しくばうなるほど持っている金で好きにすればよかろうに。金で生み出せぬものはないと豪語した金蔵だ。孫が欲しくば自慢の金で何とかすればよいものを。
ええ、そうです。当主様は子を宿せぬ私を見限られ、その通りになされたのです。
Thinking it the duty of anyone in possession of large amounts of money, the head gave a lot to charities. One among these, the facility known as the Gospel House, had been given an especially large donation, possibly because he had old ties with that place.
ああ、福音の家か。よくあそこから家具どもがやってきていたな。
当主様は社会活動と職業訓練の一環として福音の家の子たちの中から成績優秀な子を使用人として受け入れていました。当家にいるシャノンやカノン、ルノンやマノン、レノンなどの音の名を持つ使用人はすべてそこからやってきた子たちでした。
いろいろな連中がいたな。多くはほんの数年で辞めるがな。
当家の給金は数年も働けば十分社会で生活していけるだけ貯まるでしょうし、後宮家での使用人経験は履歴書に通用する立派な肩書きになります。それを得て社会へ羽ばたいてくれれば当主様もきっと本望だったでしょ
う。なるほど、養子か。
お父様、今何とおっしゃいましたか。
この赤子を我が孫として迎えよ。
おお、よしよしよし、よしよしよしよしよし。
Apparently, the baby Kumasawa was trying to soothe didn't like the air in the study at all. It kept on crying as if it hated it here.
申し訳ありません。お父様、私には何をおっしゃっているのか。
この赤子を我が孫として迎えよ。そしてクラウスの後を継ぐ者として育てるのだ。
それはつまり私と夫の子として。
そうだ。お前に子が宿せぬことはもはや明白。お前の体には何かしらの問題があるに違いない。
おー、よしよしよしよしよし。おー、よしよしよしよしよし。
As though she couldn't hear our discussion in the slightest, Kumasawa kept on persistently trying to cuddle the baby. This made its crying get even louder.
暴言だな。女の責任だけで子が産めるなら、この世に男など必要ないわ。
あの日の悔しさを忘れたことはありません。私とて子が欲しくなかったわけがない。
So Kinzo had a child that he wanted to give to Natsuhi. Where did the child come from?
でもいくら祈ろうとも身ごもれないのです。
Unless it was one he adopted from the gospel house or something, right? That's where he found the servants.
私の体に原因があるのではないかといくつもの名医を訪ね歩きました。しかしそれでもいくら努力しても身ごもれなかったのです。
その挙句がこの仕打ちではな。察するぞ。
The baby had been picked up by the gospel house just recently. Oh, okay. Of course, it wasn't that I didn't feel compassion for the child, who was so young and who had already lost its parents' affection. However, the pain and sadness I felt were far greater. It would have been another story if I had suffered to bear this child. But why did I have to cradle this baby who not only shared none of my blood, but who was not related to my husband in the slightest either?
お父様を恨んではいません。もし恨めるのなら、ただただ自分の体が恨めしかった。憎かったんです。子を宿せぬ我が身がひたすらに憎かった。だから私は祈りました。天使と悪魔の両方に。そしてその両方が叶いました。
天使には何と祈ったか。
私の体に奇跡を。私の体に問題があるというならそれを受け入れましょう。ならばそれを克服してどうか夫の子を授かることのできる奇跡を私に。
その願いは叶ったわ。あなたはその次の年に見事にジェシカを産むことになる。
そして悪魔には何と祈ったか。
悔しい悔しい、この身が恨めしい。そしてそれを見せつけるかのようなこの赤ん坊が憎かったんです。
何を願われたのですか。
私は初めて悪魔に祈りました。願いました。この赤ん坊が消えてなくなってしまえばいいのにって。
That's a bit much considering the baby had nothing to do with any of this in the first place. Of course, that wish was also granted by demons. On that day, I left the baby with one of the older servants and went to think about the future in the rose garden. No, that's a lie. I just wanted to clear my mind of everything. The baby's cries were aggravating, so I ordered the servant to take the baby to a place where I couldn't hear. By a place where I couldn't hear, I meant somewhere far away. Yes, I wished. I wished for the servant to take the baby far away and never return.
なるほど。雪吊りの悪魔が夏日様のその願いを聞いてしまったのですな。
してどうなったのか。
それは悪魔が願いを叶えてくれたとしか思えない奇妙な事故でした。
The woodland path from the rose garden to the harbor is certainly well suited for a pleasant walk. And from time to time, if the mood took you, it would undoubtedly feel good to veer off the path and take a walk through the trees. However, wouldn't that be venturing a little too far for a walk with a baby in your arms?
その先は断崖でした。
Wait, whoa. Was she carrying the child? Whoa, wait, did she drop the kid off the cliff?
高さは多分10メートルくらいはあったと思います。
Well, no wonder he's coming after you now.
下は岩場。
Oh, and that child survived too. That's amazing.
そこには柵もあったのです。その使用人はわざわざそんなところまで赤ん坊を抱いたまま歩いていき、そして柵に寄りかかったとでも言うのでしょうか。まるで悪魔に手招きされて誘われたとしか思えない。
誘われちゃったのね。 あなたの願いを聞いた悪魔がその使用人を招いちゃったんだわ。
それではその使用人と赤ん坊は
死にました。崖から転落して下の岩場に。
Oh, it's a servant that. So did she order the servant to what? They're saying that a servant must have overheard or what have you, but
いえ、私が願ったから死んだ。
huh.
だからこれは
そなたのせいではない。その先を考える必要はないぞ。
でも私が願ったから。
いいや、違う。願えども叶えるか否かは神と悪魔と魔女の気まぐれ。そなたに罪はない。人間に罪はない。わらわが殺したことにしてもよい。いや、わらわが殺した。嘆くそなたを不憫に思い、わらわが赤子を連れた使用人を崖へいざない、その下に導いたのだ。
不幸な事故があっただけではありませんか。事故で納得がいかなくば我らの仕業に。
Blaming it on them doesn't mean much considering that this is all in her head. So it's either a servant overheard her and decided to honor her by, throwing that baby aside, or it was probably Natsuhi herself, who really despised the baby because it reminded her of the time when she was still barren.
そのための悪魔でございますよ。
そうだわ。私たちはそのためにいるのだもの。あなたが殺したわけもない。
See, the fact that these three are reinforcing the fact she didn't kill them, it's like she's trying to tell herself to make herself feel better.
私たちが殺したのよ。
Oh, okay. I think it's Natsuhi.
だからあなたには何の罪もない。
Ah, it's Natsuhi.
だからどうか自身を責めないで。
そうでしょうか。
This is her trying to cope with it right now.
本当に私に罪はないのでしょうか。
ああ、ないぞ。19年前の復讐を名乗るワーコードめ。呪うならわらわを呪うがよいわ。しかし呪うは魔女の専売特許よ。夏日に売りしその喧嘩、わらわが買おうではないか。わらわは後宮家顧問錬金術師黄金のベアトリーチェ。使えし主に売りし喧嘩はわらわが買おうぞ。19年前の復讐とな。1000年の魔女の前にその程度の年月、瞬きにも足りぬと知れ。19年前にそなたの死を願った夏日が憎いか。思い出させてやろうぞ。そなたを崖下へ誘ったのは誰かをな。
As the middle-aged female servant coddled the sobbing baby, she walked on a small path through the trees. Natsuhi had told her that the baby was too loud, so she tried to get as far away from the rose garden as she could. She was completely unaware as to why she'd gone out of her way to head in this direction. However, the sobbing baby suddenly stopped crying. Something was reflected in its eyes, but the servant couldn't tell what. However, thinking that the baby had stopped because it had taken an interest in something, she headed in the direction of the baby's gaze. The baby had seen a group of gold butterflies disappearing off into the trees. And, on the other side of the trees, the servant saw a woman. Who? It was someone she didn't recognize. Someone who couldn't possibly have been there. The baby stopped crying and stared in that direction. Then, the servant's legs started to automatically carry her that way.
こちらへ来い、女。その呪われた赤子を抱いてな。
The woman couldn't disobey. She was completely overwhelmed by Beata's gold glowing eyes. She walked lightly, as though through a dream world. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're gonna continue this and see how this little flashback within a flashback ends.